Do you like energy swords? We like energy swords here on the Brick Zone. My name is Will, and this is the Halo Mega Bloks set, Covenant Armor Customizer Pack. The set includes 75 pieces and was released in 2015. Speaking of energy swords, this figure comes with one. This is an Elite Zealot. He comes armed with a Halo 4 style energy sword, which is a new mold. And his armor comes in this purple color. So, this is the Elite Zealot, and aside from the new mold of energy sword, what's also new is the mold of the Elite. It comes in the new interchangeable armor system with the new posability with added articulation that they've given the Spartans and the Marines and ODSTs. So basically this Elite has more posability and, stuff like that compared to the old ones. So I'm just gonna put this here so you guys can see. This is an old Storm Elite, Halo 4 style. And I think the main difference really is the legs. Well, I mean, there's also like the jumpsuit. It clips on like the Spartan's armor does. But with the legs, if you look at this old version, you really can't move the legs all that much. They just bend at the knees and just, there's not a huge range of motion there. But with this new figure, there are actually 2 points of articulation. You can move it here. This will just focus. Nope. Yeah. You can move it here. Oh, whoops, his leg fell off. There, and you can move it here as well. So, with that added posability, you can really do some different things with this guy. Like you can make him crouch, or you could make him stand really tall, and it just makes it look more accurate to the games, like with the Elite legs. And of course you have the arms on this socket joint now, so you can put his arms in different poses. And he can move at the waist, like always. And like I said, the jumpsuit clips on, similar to the new Spartans. I think I'll be doing a separate video for that to save on time, but what I will do is take off his helmet though, because you'll see that there's a hole there. It's hollow, and that's so that you can swap out the different armor types which are included in the set, which I'll show shortly. But that's just a look at the Elite without the armor on, at least for his head. And I guess they went the same route as the Assassin's Creed figures that they've done recently. So with those, they also have a hollow head, so you can swap out the hoods, hair pieces. It's a little unsettling, but when you have the helmet on most of the time, it's not that big a deal, I think. So yeah, that's a look at the Elite Zealot in the purple armor with the Halo 4 style energy sword. And real quick, here's a look and compare next to a Spartan and next to a Grunt. So they're actually taller than the older Elites, which is more accurate to the game, I think, which is good. So, now I'll show you guys the 2 other armor sets that they include in this customizer pack for this specific Elite. And here's a look at the Elite Minor variant. Notice that the only thing that changes is the torso armor. They don't include, different armor for the legs. Those stay the same. So the only thing you're really swapping out is the head. So So that one, and the shoulders. It's the only difference. So just a quick look again. Finishing up the variants for the purple Elite, we have the Elite Ranger. And I have to apologize, I think I may have made a mistake with the shoulders. I actually think this might be Elite Minor shoulders. And the ones I showed earlier may have been the Ranger shoulders, but seeing as this is a customizer pack, I guess that's a little bit of customizing there. Even though it was a mistake, but yeah, let's look at the back. I guess that's the thing. I mean, it is kind of hard to distinguish, at least in my opinion. I feel like I'm past the point where I can recognize every single armor variant and piece like I used to with the older games, because there's just so many now. But yeah, that is the Elite Ranger. Switching gears, we have another Elite Ranger. This time he comes in silver. He has a blue visor like the last one, which I forgot to mention. And his weapon is a concussion rifle, which is a brand new weapon mold. So, this is the other figure you get in the set. Again, it comes in 3 variants. This one is the Ranger. And compared to the one you guys just saw, I think I definitely prefer this one. I like the silver better. I think the blue visor looks good on this one, with the Ranger variant in particular. And the concussion rifle looks really good against the silver, I think, just because it has like that orangish color. And I think that's a really cool new weapon. I mean, in-game, I'm not a big fan of the concussion rifle. It's just, it seems kind of useless. I mean, you can use it to bounce people around, I guess, in Reach. And in Halo 4 too, I guess, but it just, I don't know, it just seems like one of those throwaway weapons. It seems kind of like the Brute Shot, but I think I prefer that weapon since it has like the pointed knife hilt at the end. But yeah, that is the Elite Ranger in silver, and I guess I'll just do this now, since I will be switching the armor for this one as well. Same case, you just have different armor for the torso and the helmet piece, not for the legs, so that's what I'll be swapping soon. But here is a look at the concussion rifle. Very nice. It's not painted at all, so it's just one solid piece, except for this little gray piece there. So, and the cool thing about that is that it spins. You see right there. Sorry if that's not focusing, but yeah, spins. So it's like, you know, you can pretend you're reloading it or firing, like how it actually does in-game. And you can also use that for stop motions as well. That would look really cool, I think. So, that is a look at the silver Elite Ranger. Here's a look at the Elite Minor variant. I think this is the least interesting of the 3 for the silver Elite included in this set. Just because it is an Elite Minor. I mean, Zealot and Ranger just seem like more interesting classes in general, or between ranks, I don't know, variants of the Elite than just Minor. Just because Minor is probably like the generic, you know, low-ranking one. So yeah, that is the Minor. Still looks pretty good though. Last, we have the Elite Zealot variant in silver. I think this one looks pretty good. Not sure if you guys can see it on camera very well, but you can see the purple dots there on the front of his headpiece. I think the detailing there looks good on this color, the purple and silver. And yeah, I guess I would rank this my second favorite in the silver one. Or with the silver Elite, my second favorite variant, I guess. The 3 included. So, you know, from favorite to least favorite, I would say Ranger, Zealot, and Minor for the silver. But yeah, looks pretty good. Also included in the set are 2 ammo crates, and these are really cool because they are Covenant style ammo crates. So I'm pretty sure these are brand new, just seen in these sets so far, but I'm sure in the future they'll include them in more these customization packs. And as you can see on the top, they have these 1x2 tiles, which color code them. So, back here you have the silver, and here the purple. So you can put your silver armor pieces in that one, purple in that one. And here's a closer look at it. Really sleek looking, and just good, you know? There's studs on the bottom here, so you can like attach it to things with your custom mocks or something, or you can have it leaning against a wall like that, or just sitting like a crate. But anyway, you have to pull it open, and you should be careful though, because you do have to pry it a bit. Sorry, my ugly hands are getting in the way. So yeah, just cracks open like that, and that's what it looks like inside. And it slopes upward, so there is some space for some of the armor to, like, you know, poke out a bit upward. And, you know, I haven't tried fitting all of the armor in. Those are two variants. I think that is the Zealot and the Miner of the Purple Elite. And that fits in there alright, so... You know, the armor pieces that are idle that you aren't using at the time, you could just, you know, put in these crates for storage when you're not using them. So that's nice, because I feel like, you know, all these little bits and pieces of armor can get a little messy if you don't have a place to put them. And you could probably also just put your weapon in there as well, like the energy sword or the concussion rifle. And in addition to these ammo crates and the two figures, you also get two of these display stands, which are pretty common, so... But just thought I should put it out there. That pretty much does it for this customizer pack. And as you can see here, I'm just, you know, having a little fun mixing and matching some of the different pieces from the different variants. And honestly, I think the only place where it makes sense to swap out the different armor pieces is the shoulders. Because, you know, in Halo, I feel like you have your primary and your secondary color, and usually the secondary just swaps out the color for your shoulders or somewhere by your legs, and the primary is like the rest of your armor. Not that they were playable elites in Halo 4, but anyway, I think that looks pretty good, like the purple and the silver together, and just mixing and matching those, because, you know, those colors go those colors go well together, I think. But anyway, overall, I like these customizer packs. I hope that they go back and do these for, you know, Halo 3, Halo Reach, and I think that's perfectly reasonable. I think it's a perfectly reasonable thing for Mega Bloks to do, just because there were less armor variants in you know, previous games, and it wouldn't be that difficult, I don't think. But yeah, I think this is pretty good. You get three variants, three of the same variants, you know. In total you have like the Elite Miner, Ranger, and Zealot for each of the two figures. So you could potentially make 6 separate figures, but you would have to get 2 more of these packs to just have the fully built, you know, the Elite Miner, the Elite Zealot, and the Elite Ranger separately, and not having the spare pieces in the crates. Well, you would end up with, like, you know, 6 crates, a bunch of extra armor pieces you can use to customize, I guess, but honestly, I think just getting one is fine, and just mixing and matching the pieces is, you know, just kind of fun. I think it's hard, at least for me, it's a little annoying to distinguish between all the little pieces. I mean, I guess it's not that difficult if you have them in these little crates, and it's just like between these three variants. And I'm sure people who keep track of the new games closer than I do, you know, can tell the difference easily. But honestly, me, I've played more of the older games, and, you know, I still like Halo, still play it today. But, you know, I'm more familiar with the old style of elites, like the Combat Elite and the Ascetic and Pilot, all those. I'm more familiar with those than this new style of, like, you know, the Halo 4 style, 343 era variants of the elites, or, like, you know, the Storm faction. Like, I don't know what those look like, or I mean, I do, but just I'm not as fluent, I guess. Or just, you know, I would need to take a moment to think, or just to think about which one I'm looking at. compared to the old ones. But anyway, enough rambling. I think this is a good set. And I think Mega Bloks should definitely make more of these customizer packs in the future. For Elites and for Spartans. Those two specifically. Like, and in different colors too. Like, maybe instead of restricting it to just 2 colors like how it's purple and silver here, maybe they could have just the pre-built Elites like they did here, only the extra armor pieces you get, maybe they could be in a different color, or at least the shoulders. So it would really encourage like actually customizing these things instead of just, you know, switching out the different armor sets with the chest armor and the headpiece and shoulders, you know, just really mixing and matching and making the most out of this, you know, interchangeable armor system they have going on. So those are all my thoughts on this set and this customizer pack. What do you guys think? Leave a comment below what you guys think about these, you know, the interchangeable armor, the new mold of Elites. Do you like them over the old ones? I personally do. I think they're great. I love that the legs have all that posability now. Like I mentioned earlier, I will definitely be making a separate video for the new articulation of the Elites, similar to how I did with like the Spartans. So just taking off all the armor and all that stuff. You know, just to get more in depth with it than I did here, just because I feel like this video would be longer than it probably should be, even though it's probably gone long enough at this point anyway, regardless of me including that. But yeah, that'll be a separate video, keep an eye out for that. Probably make a playlist for it or something. But yeah, so what do you guys think of these? Your favorites out of the 3 variants? You like the Zealot, the Miner, or the Ranger? My favorite's definitely the Ranger, and between the purple and the silver, I think it's obvious, but I definitely prefer the silver Elite that they include here. So, those are my thoughts. You know, leave a comment, like or dislike the video, depending on if you liked it or disliked it, and come back and check out the Brick Zone for more video reviews and stop motions. Thanks.